Do you ever feel like your to-do lists just keep getting longer? Do you drown yourself in productivity accessories, hoping that they'll do all the hard work while you just sit there relaxing? Do you get cold feet thinking about how much hard work you have to do to accomplish the task at hand? Hello everyone, and welcome to another brand new episode on my channel, Wonder Boho Book Club. Today I'll be talking about the book, Smarter, Faster, Better: The Secrets of Being Productive in Life and Business, written by Charles Duhigg. Charles Duhigg is a Pulitzer Prize-winning reporter and author of the best-selling book, The Power of Habit. In the book, Smarter, Better, Faster, Duhigg has explored the science of productivity and explained why, in today's world, managing how you think rather than what you think about can transform your life. Using 8 key concepts from motivation and goal setting to focus and decision-making, Duhigg has shown why some people and companies get so much done. Drawing on examples as diverse as research in neuroscience and behavioral economics, as well as the experiences of CEOs, FBI agents, and Broadway songwriters, this book reveals that the most productive people, companies, and organizations don't merely act differently, they view the world and their choices in profoundly different ways. Before moving ahead, please don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Part 1. Power Yourself Up. In today's fast-paced world, multitasking is synonymous to efficiency, and concentrating on a single task at a time is considered a waste of time. As a result, we have grown accustomed to stray from our path every too often, as we are constantly assailed by new excitements and distractions. We often feel excited or eager when we are about to receive a gift. Interestingly, the waiting itself brings more excitement than the actual receiving of the gift. In other words, once we have the gift in our hands, we don't feel so excited about it anymore. The same happens when we are about to start a new project at work. The anticipation brings more excitement than the actual work part of the project. This is how the human mind works. When we are excited about something, our brain releases a neurotransmitter called dopamine, which is also known as the happy hormone or the feel-good hormone. Studies have shown that there is a spike in dopamine level in our brains when we anticipate an event, and then the level goes down when that event actually occurs. As a result, when we actually start working on the new project, our excitement dwindles, and we start procrastinating or look for ways to avoid working on it. Instead, we become motivated to chase the next emotional high, the next dopamine spike. This cycle is hardwired into our brains, and it requires some effort to break it. The author, however, says that we can hack our happy hormones and keep ourselves motivated. The way to achieve this is by providing ourselves with choices. We all love being in control and thinking that we can make our own decisions. Here, the decision is to be able to break down a given task into smaller parts, in order not to be overwhelmed and demotivated by its enormity at the very outset. For example, let's say you have to read a number of documents, analyze the data in them, and then prepare a PowerPoint presentation based on it. If you look at the task in its entirety, it might seem pretty heavy, and you might feel demotivated and delve into something else right away, like watching a series or a movie on the web. However, if you say to yourself, I will read 10 pages of the first document, and are able to accomplish it, then you feel a sense of achievement, which motivates you to take the next step, which is reading 10 more pages. Also, it helps if we are in a relaxed environment while we are working on our task. For example, playing soothing music in the background and having a delicious cup of coffee might put you more in sync with the task at hand. Once you've finished reading the first 10 pages, reward yourself by taking a little break. We shouldn't overlook the fatal effect that burnout can have on our mental and physical health. Also, research has shown that we are better able to focus when we take small breaks. So take a small break every time you finish reading 10 pages of the documents until you finish reading all of them. Breaking down the task into smaller parts and giving yourself time to relax in between will motivate you to finish the task while maintaining your level of energy. Once you're done with the reading and analysis part, start with the PowerPoint, thinking, I'll finish the first 5 slides. Once you have done that, take a little break and do the next 5 slides, and so on. Although it sounds like a pretty straightforward method, it's often easier said than done, especially for those who aren't motivated by making choices alone. In such cases, the author suggests that you should try to see that larger picture. That is, you should think about what your purpose is in this life. We all want to believe that our life has a purpose, and we should live up to it. In fact, losing sight of your purpose could be one of the biggest detractors in life and work in general. Hence, when we feel daunted by a task, we should think of how finishing that task might add value to our own life or those of others in some way, or how it might add to our overall purpose in life. Once we find the link between the task at hand and our purpose, we'll find the motivation to follow through. Part 2. Smart Goals. Although the motivation hacks discussed before are great for some, others might need something more intense. Keeping this in mind, the author has designed a strategy called SMART Goals. Here, the acronym stands for specific, measurable, achievable, realistic, and time-specific. Implementing the SMART Goals strategy helps make the goals more tangible and concrete. Also, the strategy could be implemented in any walk of life, be it personal development or spearheading a new project at work. Let's take the example of working out. Your goal might be to get 6-pack abs, but as you can see, this goal sounds a little too vague. It needs to be concrete, including some actionable steps. So, the first step is to make the goal more specific. You can thus set your initial goal as doing abdomen and weight training exercises every day for a week. Next, you need to make your goal measurable and tangible. So, you can modify it into doing 1 hour of abdomen and weight training exercises every day for a week after coming back home from work. Next, you make your goal achievable. You already know that doing intense workouts for just 1 week won't get you 6-pack abs. But if you add several more weeks to your regime, then it's certainly possible. Next, make your goal realistic. Don't get caught up in the initial excitement and set up goals that are too big or unrealistic, for that will only lead to you overworking yourself and a possible burnout, while your goal still remains elusive to you. Finally, make your goal time-specific. As long as you don't add this dimension to your goal, you will be prone to procrastination. Hence, set a deadline for yourself. In the given example, keeping the achievable and realistic aspect in my mind, your deadline should probably be somewhere around 2 to 3 months. You can always set smaller goals within the larger time frame, and accomplishing these smaller wins will provide you with the boost to follow through the whole way. Having said that, there will be times when you're thrown off the track by some unforeseen circumstances, events that will pull you down, detracting you from your goals. For such times, the author suggests we rely on positive mental models to pull us through. Mental models are the little stories we tell ourselves to keep our motivation up. When we are feeling down, we should try imagining how empowered we'll feel when we triumph over all the obstacles standing in our way, or how achieving our goals will positively affect the lives of those around us. Implementing mental models will thus help us sail through the rough patches successfully. Conclusion. We all want to work smart, not hard. That is, get the maximum work done with the minimum effort. It's in human nature to be inclined towards the option that involves minimum effort, so it's no wonder that often we feel demotivated to follow through with tasks that need a considerable amount of time and energy to complete. However, we can trick our minds into staying motivated by breaking down the task into smaller chunks and finishing one chunk at a time, thereby boosting our motivation and self-confidence as we finish each chunk. Also, we should not lose sight of our purpose behind doing the task and how completing the task might add value to our lives as well as those of the others. We should also implement the SMART goal strategy to make our goals more intense and tangible. When the times are tough, we should make use of mental models to stay on track and persevere in achieving our goals. By following these simple yet profound steps, we'll be able to work smarter, faster, better, and also enjoy what we do all alone. Thank you for watching this episode. Please don't forget to subscribe. Your likes, comments, and shares are highly appreciated. See you soon in our next episode.